Hi business owners, it's Erwin here from J29. In today's video, we're talking company profiles. So many times when we're in meetings or we meet people for the first time and we tell them about our business, the conversation normally ends with, send me your company profile. You can email it, you can send it on WhatsApp. Just make sure that you share it with me so that I understand your business. I can register you on our database. I can register you as a vendor. So this is probably an important document, or it should be an important document for many of us, or for all of us as business owners. But after seeing lots of company profiles over the years, I think that we make it too complicated as business owners. So in today's video, the goal is to help you, hopefully, design your profile professionally in under 30 minutes. And how we're going to do this is we're going to use two free tools. So you can use Canva, the free version, and then I'll introduce you to another AI tool that you can use to help you get your content and your writing professional so that you can add that into the profile. So we're looking at design and then we're looking at content for your profile, which is both very important. And the reason we're using Canva specifically, and I'm strongly recommending you use it, is that in lots of cases, when your profile has been designed by a designer or a company and you receive it, as business owners, we're not always able to edit that profile. So you have to keep on going back to change an address, change your contact number. But if you're using Canva and your team has access to Canva, whether it's on the free version or the paid version, it's easy to edit your profile and get your profile out there into the market. So let's go ahead. I'll show you how to use Canva and the AI tool, and then let's see how quickly you can get your profile revamped, updated, or just looking much more professional. So the first thing you do is you can sign up for a free Canva account. And once you've done that, you will access your account and you'd see this screen similar to this. And the first thing we're going to do is just get some structure going for our company profile. So what I've done is, in the background, to save time for this tutorial, is that I firstly opened up a folder and I created a logo. So once that was done, I then got the demo profile, which is this one. And then this is the profile we're going to work on. So firstly, let's go into setting up a profile. So you'd click on Add New, Design, Create New, and you see you have many options here in Canva. So whether you're working on your social media or video or many other design elements you can create in Canva, I chose this option, the A4 portrait, for this company profile. So firstly, this is the logo. I went into Canva, I chose the logo option, added this icon here with the leaves, added the word lush, a random name just for the tutorial, and I added a slogan. Important to note, when you click on anything in Canva, for example, if you click on the text, if you look up here, you see there's a font. This is the font that we're using. And if you click here, you can see the color that you're using as well. So it's important to keep your fonts and your colors on brand. And then this is just a sample to show you. So this is a very outdated profile. And I'm not saying that many profiles look like this, but it's an extreme example of some profiles you see. And there's two things that stand out here. Number one, the design is a bit outdated. And then secondly, the content of the profile is a bit of a challenge. If you look at this, we started in 2005, typically how many older profiles start. But the good news is, with using Canva now, we're going to take this extreme example and turn it into something much more creative, much more presentable, that you can share with clients and you can get registered with companies to do work for them. So I'm going to go through this quite fast to save some time, but if you follow the steps, you'll definitely get the same results, or you can be more creative. Just remember, design is personal preference, so you should put your personal touch and brand of your business into your designs. So what I done is, with the A4 documents I created, I went to this side and I clicked on elements in Canva. I done a search, and in the search I typed gardening, landscaping, and then I shared a lot of pictures with me. If you do see this icon and you're not on a premium plan, I would suggest as business owners that you try as much as possible to use your own pictures from your business. So take pictures of your staff. If you've got a landscaping business, when you're out working, take pictures of what you're doing, obviously with permission of the premises you're working at. So you can also find lots of free images on Canva as well. So I selected this image and I added it here. So I'm gonna right click and just go into doing the cover page first, and then we'll go to a few other steps. So I just clicked and I said create, let me just do that step again. I said set image as background, if you click there. And now we got the image there. So obviously you can move your logo around. But if you look here, you see the logo is not very clear on the background. So if you click on the image again, you click on edit, click on edit image. There are so many tools here that you can use to do amazing things in Canva, but I'm just going to focus on what I specifically want to do now. So I want to darken the edges. So if you see, if I use this specific slider here, I'm darkening the edges to get the logo a bit more prominent on the page. And you can choose what you prefer for your specific style. So already we've seen a big difference compared to the previous company profile. We've got our cover page that looks much better, more modern. Now we're going to move on to our other pages. Something I see lots of business owners ignore or neglect is the table of contents. Now this is very bland and basic, but what we can do is we could add a bit of color to this. So we can add our greens. So if you click on the color palette, you can choose from the colors here, but you could also save your colors. So if you prefer darker green or lighter green, you could also match your color from your logo as well. So if you've got your logo around, you can just use the colors directly from your logo as well. So just to add a bit of color, we've done that. And then I said, okay, these are the sections: about us, our team, our services, awards, contact details. You also want to make sure your spacing is aligned just to be more professional. It looks good. So as you click and you slide, you can see that the spacing is the same as 1.3. Okay, so this section's done. What I want us to do now is focus on content, because for each of these sections, about us, our team, our services, awards, contact details, we need to have content. So the next tool you can go to is an AI tool. It's called Z.ai. And if you go into it, you can sign up for a free account. So I took the time before so that I don't have to go through all the steps with you, and we can save some time because we want to get this done as soon as possible. So once you're logged in to ZAI, you have this chat box at the bottom here that you use to chat. And this is what I done. I uploaded the logo, right? Firstly, that's the logo that we had created in Canva. I downloaded the logo to the computer, uploaded it. And then I said this. I'm not going to read all of this, but this is what I said, because there's two options. You can do your research and ask AI to do exactly what you need. But I thought, to save some time here, please help me prepare a prompt to get a detailed profile with the following pages. And I mentioned all the pages. So this is what came out. They gave me a detailed prompt. I'm not going to read through all of it, but essentially I've got a full prompt as opposed to me going and typing all of this to save some time. Now, I don't recommend always doing this, but because we're doing this tutorial quickly, This is the reason why I chose this option. Then I copy this prompt and I pasted it right back here into ZAI. So you can see this is where I've pasted the prompt again. And this is what it's given. It said, okay, there's your content, about us page. It's come up with the mission, it's come up with the vision and our story. It's also given us content for services page, our team. It's given some tips as to what you could include in here. And then also it's got some information for your contact details. These are just details that have been made up. So now what we've done is we've got the content. In your case, I would recommend reading through the content, going back and saying, can you please change this? I want it to sound more lighthearted. I want it to sound more exciting. You can pretty much get it to sound like your own brand tone of voice. And then what I've done is simply, I'm going to copy this. So this is our About Us page. I'm going to copy this section. And this page says awards. Let me just show you this. So all I done was I just took this page, and in Canva, you can just click on duplicate page. So duplicated this page and we call it About Us. I'm going to delete all of these. You could also just drag and delete. Then we're going to add a text section. We're going to add body text. And put that there. Double click and we're just going to copy and paste. So you'll see when you copy and paste sometimes, because it's a lot of text, it doesn't look all that good, but you just got to find these handles on the side and then you got to spread them out. Okay. So we're going to look at alignment here quickly. You can, where I'm clicking, this is the alignment tab. So you can click to have it aligned that way, spread it out a bit more to the page. Looks much more professional. Also want to change the font here. So let's go with another font. We'll go with, this is a very nice readable font. And if you really want to, you can also select your text or the box, and you can go up here to line spacing. It's on 1.4. Sometimes increasing it a bit makes it more readable, because you may be sending your company profile to maybe a corporate company. Now, the first step, actually, what you should have done was when you were busy in ZAI first, read through your content, fix up all the, maybe there's errors. If there are, you need to complete them and fix them up. Check that the wording, the punctuation, the grammar is all correct. And so we've done with our About Us page. If you really want to be fancy and you want to do a bit more, let's look at images here. Here's an image of a garden that I've also downloaded before. I just click on it here. I'll say set image as background. You can see it's not readable at all now. So we want to edit this image. We're going to say tools again, decrease the brightness. And obviously your text is way too dark, so I'll select all the text. And I'll change the text color by clicking there to white. So it's still not very readable, but I do kind of like what it looks like. So if we edit the image again, we can play around with it until we get it exactly to what we want it to look like. So that doesn't work very well. We can also decrease or increase the vibrance, but it's not looking very good because you can't read the text. Always make sure your text is readable. So I'm going to select all the text again. And we're just going to stick to black text for this page. Okay. So we can follow the same process. We can duplicate this page, go back into Z.ai, and then we can copy this text. Go here. Let's close this. Select and delete this text, paste the other text in. Again, I'm just going to make sure the line spacing is a bit more. Select the text first, so it's more readable. Also, something else, I would rather put the Our Story page on top. So to do that, you just click on this move up. So you'd have Our Story first. You could also add a picture of your team. So let's, for example, say this is your team or somebody that works for you or all the people, a team photo. You can just select it and move the image. Something nice you can also do with images in Canva, you can round the corners. I mean, this is a trend that's going on at the moment. So if it's a bit too square for you, you can always round the corners. And you can also increase the size so it aligns perfectly with your text. So as you can see, because you just copied and pasted the text, there are going to be a few things you need to edit and tweak on your side. So we've got 2 pages. I'm not going to do all the other pages for the sake of time, because I think you get how easy it is to use Canva. So I'll show you a few other things you can do. So if you wanted to add graphics, tables, charts, in this case I wouldn't add videos to a company profile, but if you've got your own photos, if you don't have photos of your staff, you can look for photos, and there's graphics as well. So there's really a lot you can do inside of Canva. I'll just do the last one. We'll keep it to the company page or the contact us page, but you could also have a services page, and in a services page you could add so much content, because this is where lots of businesses or very smaller businesses, sometimes even medium businesses, have an issue where you don't have content. And the point of this video is to show you that you can use AI with Canva to actually set up your company profile more professionally, because now AI has helped you get the content right, and you can refine it, as much as you want to. So let's do a services page as well. I'm going to copy this information here. Let's duplicate this page. Services. For this one, let's be a bit more creative. Okay, so we've got our services here. And then we've got all our text. So let's go text, body text. We're just going to paste all the text in for the moment. And what I would recommend doing on this page is actually putting icons. So in other words, having little blocks for each section of your company profile. So if you go back here to elements, you can use small little images that you want to, or you can go to graphics. And let's say you're looking for something like, let's call services, service icons. Let's say services icon. Okay, that one doesn't look so good. Let's say gardening icons. So what you could do is something like this. You could add this as an icon. I'm just going to bring the text down a bit, make that a bit smaller. You can also change the colors. So if you want to change that to like a green, that one's to green, you can add it to brown. If you had brown in your brand colors, you could do that. And then what you could do is add text again. Let's say a subheading. And so one of your services is this precision paving and walkways. We can cut that text out, paste it in there, so it stands out a bit more. And we can just align it so it looks more professional. So you've got your first service there. So for the rest of it, I'm just going to delete the rest of this because I've showed you the example already. And then you could have that up there. So if you drag and select, you can select both of those. Just align our text. Make that a similar size to that or smaller. Then yeah, we need to change this text as well. The font is not right. We said we're going to use the font called Montserrat. So the same for here. We're going to stick to this font as well. This is a bit big, so we can bring the size down. And then what you could do is with the rest of your services, always make sure everything's aligned so that it looks professional. And you could just duplicate this section. So you could add all your services one by one, yeah. And then your contact details page, you can just add in your contact details. I think it would be nice to add a few more images, but if you look at the previous profile and you look at this profile and where it's going to, there's a huge difference just by using Canva and by using Z.ai to help you with your design. So I took this a step further as well. I thought, well, if you can use take it a bit further and actually get a profile, not a profile, a presentation done using Z.ai. So if you go into here, I took the same brief. I took the Lush logo and I asked it to create a professional presentation for Lush landscaping using the brand colors that we've provided. So this is what it came up with, and this was all AI generated. You can see it looks quite good. There are a few things, you know, that you can still change, but you can just say, please change this or change that. And the important thing is to make sure that your company profile and your presentation and all your company documents are all using the same fonts, using the same brand colors, and look very professional. So it's good to have a profile. If you want to take it a step further, you can actually do a presentation. This one was all generated with AI inside of Z.ai. What is good about this is that you can actually click here and you can export as a PDF or export as PowerPoint. So what you could then do is make sure that all your fonts and everything is set up properly to match your brand. So I'm going to stop here and I'll show an image of the final company profile once it's done. But this was just to get you started. And this can definitely be done in under 30 minutes. So I hope you enjoyed this one. In the next tutorial, we'll be going through creating social media content for your business. And once again, we'll use Canva and we'll use an AI tool, probably Z.ai again. Let me know what you think, if you've tried Z.ai out or have you tried Canva out before. So I'll catch you in the next video next week.